ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DRL ACC Division. I'm your host, Tyler Morgan. And as you can see, we are off in Zandvoort for this Season 1, Episode 4 edition. We're in for a hell of a drive today, as most of the drivers that I've talked to have not felt comfortable. And one of the drivers just so happens to be in the interview booth with me, number 21, Jason Hayes. Jason, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
So first off, I will ask, as we look at your car sitting nicely in the pits, what are you looking forward to this session?
Probably survive the first lap or two because it's a gnarly track. It's especially the first lap when the tires aren't going to be warmed up. It's easy to go into the grass, so definitely survive.
Now, for the viewers watching, this is pre F1 remodeling, so this is the old Zandvoort. So a lot of the drivers that I've seen in practice have been spinning, have been losing control. So, as you said, your goal is just to survive that. Who do you feel like, because this is my first time bringing you in the booth this season, who do you think is your biggest rival at the moment?
I would say everyone because I'm not that great yet. I don't think I have a rival, I would say, just yet. I would say, like, for me in preseason, I probably overperformed a little bit. So, yeah, we'll see.
Okay. So you don't really have a team or an individual you're rivaling with at the moment?
Not at the moment, no. I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, your teammate happens to be the fastest person on the track right now. So, obviously you say your expectations for this race is to merely survive, but what are you hoping to finish in the top 10, in the top 5 even?
I think if I can get anywhere near the top 10, I'd be pretty happy. My times right now in the practice, I've actually been a little bit faster. I think I can get, if I can get to the top 10, I think I'd be happy. But anything below a top 15 or 14 would probably be a bummer for me.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I won't keep you any longer. I will let you go back to the group and practice. Thank you so much for your
All right,
time, and good luck in the race and good luck in qualifying. I'll move you.
thanks.
All right, with that, folks, welcome to Zandvoort. We're gonna have plenty of action here, so stick with us, get comfortable, grab a drink. It is practice session with 11 minutes left to go. So, and then we will have a 15-minute qualifying and then a 45-minute race with a 5-minute break in between the qualifying and the race. And we will be bringing in Shooter McGavin, number 69 of the Shake and Bake. He will be with us in the post-qualifying interview. And then after the race, we will have an interview of 3 drivers that will be determined as the race does go on. Currently leading practice right now is Sanyiga, followed by Stavko and Bradley Cooper, who has put in a lot of time this race, and it has shown quite well, actually, with him being in the top 3 and in the middle of all the pros right now. Frank Castle, who in Suzuka had a little bit of an off day, according to W, of his teammate in the Swine Flu Syndicate having an off day. So he's looking for a little bit of redemption there. Whoever has any questions, comments, chats, let me know. I'm here to talk. It's practice session. We're not really focused on anyone too early just yet. So I'm interested to hear how things come about, how you guys want to do things as Hermione is heading into the pits. So, same with Kerbal. Breeze is off the track, so he's going into the pits. Keep a look at Bradley Cooper right now. Swanson there. Ooh! Oh, Jesus! Swanson gets air. It goes into the wall. What happened there? Swanson taking flight. Oh, he just misses the curb and then just loses control of the car and takes flight. Taking from his teammate from Blunden a few races ago. Just finds somewhere and takes off. Doesn't take off as well as Blunden does, but I'll give it a good 3 stars there. Now we look at Mitch Nairati of Team on the Rush. She's going to lose a lot of time from dipping a little bit into the grass there. Ooh, and tags the wall ever so slightly. Stofko coming out onto the track. Number 19, Kevin Polinick. A Funny Emoji Racing. Now that livery still looks actually pretty sick. Now, in ACC, each car has a certain handicap. You can see those handicaps on the screen right now. And just like that, they've disappeared. Now, currently, we have 18 drivers currently on the track. Mark Macklin and Frank Castle, side by side as they always are. London getting ready to go into the pits. Matt Terry of Inbank Motorsport. Oh, thought about it and has decided he wants to come back. Maybe he doesn't have the right setup. The Latvian sensation, Hermani. Had a good race last time out. Hoping to continue that trend. The Party Pickles sporting a new livery this week. Actually looks very nice with the DRL at the front hood. Much nicer. I like it. It's smooth and it's clean. And they're going to be looking for a decent finish both in the amateur bracket. Oh, Bradley up 6/10 right now. Can he hold that though? We'll keep an eye on board with him. So who do you think is going to win qualifying? Is it going to be Suniga or is it going to be Stofko? Or heck, is it even going to be Bradley? Is it going to be somebody different? It's possible. Surprises can happen in DRL ACC. Especially after 2 weeks ago in Suzuka. With 5.5 minutes to go left in practice, all the drivers are either going to the pits now to take a rest before qualifying, or they're going to get the final laps in before qualifying starts. Quickly just looking to see who has the fastest Sector 3. It is Aniga. Stofko is going to improve somewhat. He's not going to improve enough to pass Aniga just yet. There's Jason Hayes and the Port Gang. We had him on just a few moments ago. Any top 10 would be ecstatic, top 12, but anywhere under than that might not be too pleased. Stavko actually takes fastest Sector 1 away from Saniga. What happened to her man is there? Take a look real fast. And with that, Stavko, because I was looking in the replay, and with that, Stavko is now the fastest in practice by 5 thousandths of a second. Sounds like a little bit of a drift from the cars. As most drivers have said, it's pretty much drift city around this track right now. Right on board with Hayes, who has Stavko right behind him. No one showing a lot of improvement right now. Yeah, but with Swanson there. He just went straight on. Just nice and calmly into the gravel. What happened with Kerbal there? Oh, I guess we'll never know. We're right on board with the Helicam with 2 minutes left to go. Nairati just looking to get a nice lap in before time expires. So, round 4, Zandvoort, what can we expect? There's not really a lot of spots to overtake here at Zandvoort. It's going to be quite difficult. As, a lot of tight turns, a lot of medium, low speed, not very many low speed corners. They're all really medium. So, it's merely a question of how, like, it's really important to get a good exit out of the final turn going down the pit straight and getting ready to go into turn 1, because that's going to be your best bet for an overtake is into turn 1. But again, it's not really a stop and break go kind of corner. You still have to take it with some speed. So it'll be interesting to see how many overtakes we get this race. I'm not expecting a lot of them, but I've been surprised before. So Hayes goes into the pits. Fossman and Nairaz are the only ones out on laps right now, with practice being over, so we will wait for them to finish up. Nairati almost spun out there, had to stop the car and then continue on. Alright, with qualifying set to begin. DRL ACC Zandvoort will start as soon as Fossman crosses the line. And
green light, give it all you can.
off we go. Immediately out on track is Saniga of the Port Gang. It's very hard to spot, but you can see it here, that Costco $1.50 hot dog. I acknowledged it on stream, will not acknowledge it again. Cannot believe it. As all the drivers get to come out for their qualifying laps. 15 minutes to do it at about a minute and a half per lap. About a minute 45, minute 40. Somewhere along those range lines. Saniga and Stavko, the favorites right now to land pole position for the race here at Zandvoort. Who's gonna land it? My best guess, I think, might be Saniga. Saniga says that Stavko loves this track, and he believes that he will get pole position, but I still think Saniga is the person to beat here at Zandvoort. So we will ride along with him as he almost tags the barrier. That might impede his race start, but it is Saniga and Stavko, 1 and 2. So, the two fastest people are the first two to cross the line. Followed by Stavko is Frank Castle. Followed by Castle is Hayes. Followed by Hayes is Macklin. Followed by Macklin is Nairati. Followed by Nairati is McGavin. And down the line of succession we go. The only one not out on track is Don Fossman of the Party Pickles. Getting as close to that white line as possible without touching the grass. The TV cams are a little unfair to me right now, so you might see a lot of the helicam and a lot of the interior shots today. You do not want to touch that curb, as Saniga said that will just launch the car. And here we go. The first times are going to be on the board. What is Saniga going to post up for the rest of them to beat? Oh, 135.4. Stavko across the line, a 135.7. He's 3/10 back. Frank Castle, a 136.7. Hayes, a 138.5. Macklin gets ahead of his teammate, 136.3. Nairati, a 136.5, puts himself fourth. Gavin invalidated. Number 19, Polinick, goes 138.6. Believe that was Terry with a 137.4. He's up on the board, 395 and 44. Kerbal going third. Harmani going 8th. Believe that was Ches and Bobby. Ches going 10th, Bobby going 12th. Breeze coming right up on the line with somebody. Where is he going to put himself? He's going to put himself 9th. Lee Young has made it into the server just in time as well, so we have 19 drivers so far. A lot of drivers gaining time. Alright. With Senyuga invalidating, what can Stofko do? Can Stofko beat that time? Yes, he can by 5 thousandths again. Macklin across the line now goes third. Hayes, he's coming up for some improvement. Where does he go? 10th. Macklin comes up. Improves, but no placement. Nairati gets ahead of the Swine Flu Syndicate of Macklin. McGavin bumps all the way up to 7th. Number 18 shoots all the way up into 4th. Kerbal race program, he goes into 4th. Armani goes all the way into 9th now. 16 and 11. Fossman now going 15th. Ches in 14th. The party pickles back to back. Breeze up into 9th now. 7 and 37. London and Swanson now go back to back 8th and 9th. Bradley Cooper now going 8th. Bradley was 3rd in practice. The Pro-Am drivers of Terry and Cooper not that far off of the Pro drivers. Leung has hit the wall pretty massively here. What happened here? Oh, just ate the curb and just couldn't slow down and just... No, he didn't hit the wall. He just managed to find a place and parked it. What happened to Macklin there? Oh, Macklin just maybe... Yep, Macklin just gets out of the way and heads back to the garage. Wow, Saniga sits a 134.7. Stofko needs a heck of a time to beat that. Castle in 3rd place, not by much. 4/10 separate Kerbal and Terry. As there's movement all across the board. Breeze coming up to the line, not showing improvement. Bradley Cooper showing some improvement, but he's slowly losing that time as he gains closer and closer to the line. He's not going to improve very much. Stofko on pace to currently beat that lap and take provisional pole. Breeze must have made contact with the wall, so he's back in the garage. Stofko, he's gonna take provisional pole by 0.03 of a second. It's an absolute battle between Stofko and Saniga right now. 32 gonna gain some improvement. He moves up now into 5th. Good for him. He struggled in practice. What about Kerbal? Kerbal's going to slap it on the 3rd right now. Yep, 3rd place ahead of Frank Castle. Looking for other drivers to improve. Polinick getting ready to improve now. Up by 1.5 seconds. Will slap himself 13th ahead of Breeze. Bradley Cooper showing some improvement. He's up 0.3. If he can hold that all the way to the line, that would be very impressive. With 5 and some change, he is going to get about almost 0.3. He's going to slap himself 6th ahead of Matt Terry. Burt Macklin slowly falling down the order, the Pro driver. Sanchez into the wall. Keep an eye on Burt Macklin, slowly falling down the order. Looking at the times now, Saniga's going to get ready to start another flying... Alright, ooh, Stavka. Nope, Saniga's getting ready to start his flying lap. Macklin going to lose out on that time. Matt Terry. He's showing some improvement, almost 4/10. Slowly losing time. It's going to be more 3/10. That's still going to be good enough. Is that going to get him ahead of Nairad's? No, it is not. Nairad's up by about a hundredth. Hassel pulled over to the side of the road. He's in 4th. With 4.5 left to go, there's not a lot of time to improve. There's still time to improve, but not by much. Saniga just looking for 35 thousandths. That's all he's looking for. It's that small amount of time, but that small amount of time in an already perfect drive is going to be very difficult to find. Here it comes across the line. Doesn't look like he's going to improve. He's going to have to try again. He's close, but he's not close enough. Stavka right behind him, getting ready to cross the line. Getting ready to cross the line to start his flying lap. Off into the gravel. He'll have a little bit of time to gain his feet back. 21. He's not looking for any improvement. He's going to go. Burt Macklin showing about 4/10 improvement, near 4.5. That's going to get him up ahead of Naradi. He's now 5th. Nairad's in 6th. Hayes into the dirt. Saniga finding the pace. He's got Don Fossman ahead of him. And he's lost that time. Both him and Saniga get off. Frank Castle also into the gravel. No one's gaining any time right now. If Stavko can hold on to provisional pole right now, we'll have an MA70 sandwich. But neither driver, Stavko obviously hopes to still take provisional pole, but Leon's gonna try and get away from that bottom position. He will have to find 6/10 in order to do it. Macklin getting ready to start most likely what is his final lap of this qualifying session. With the lap times averaging around 1:36, this is it, folks. This is the time. This is the final chance to improve your positions. This is where qualifyings are won and lost, especially when it comes to the race time. It all starts right here, right now. I don't think Cooper's going to make it. Cooper's going to be really close. Kerbal will be, at minimum, is currently 3rd, but he's going to be done. Same with Terry, same with Hayes, same with Polnick. Everyone else is out on track getting ready to start their laps. Saniga, obviously the man to watch as he's going to get ready. As number 16, that would be Sean Chez, is pulled over to the side of the road. His qualifying session is done. Saniga doing his best to try and catch provisional pole that's currently held by Stavko. Stavko is not improving. So this is Saniga's chance to try and get it. 40 seconds left. So these drivers still, who are approaching the line, Fossman and Stavko, still have another chance. to try and put together a lap. Frank Castle still has another opportunity to try and get a lap. Burt Macklin might be the cutoff point here. Bradley invalidates, so his time is done. As I do not believe they will get another chance. Burt Macklin might, if he can get across the line in time. And Macklin will get a chance at another lap as Stoff goes in the wall. Leon is also into the wall. He's into the pits. Saniga not going to improve most likely. He is stuck in second. So Stavko looks like he is going to take pole position here for this race. Number 69, Shooter McGavin, gets ahead of Bradley Cooper into 8th. Number 44 goes into the pits. Saniga also goes into the pits. Number 7 is going to be next across the line. That's Blunden. He's not showing any improvement. Most of the drivers are not actually showing very much improvement at all. So far, the ones showing improvement are Bradley, but he has crossed the line. Frank Castle, the only one that's showing improvement right now. Narati stays 6th. His teammate of On the Rush stays 15th. Macklin, the only one that can gain any time. Macklin and Castle, the only ones that can improve. And it doesn't look like they're improving very much. As this is the order, as you see, will probably be the starting order for the race. Should Burt Macklin pull any surprises out of him. And with that being said, we now wait 5 minutes for the race start to begin. I'm going to pull in Shooter McGavin. Hey, Mr. McGavin, how are you?
Oh, I'm over the moon, mate. Like, what was that lap time at the end? That was ridiculous.
I don't have it, sadly, but
Oh no.
it's good. It's good enough for 8th place. You are second among the pro-ams.
Yeah.
How does it
was,
feel? How did that lap feel?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I was the whole time I was kind of like around the 137s, and then that last lap, I just managed to get about half a second, and then just was able to put it ahead of Bradley Cooper, who's just absolutely been schooling me this whole race.
Well, you got it ahead of him, despite Bradley having probably the most amount of practice on this track. He was exceptional in the in practice, but with you being now 8th place, what are you hoping for? What are you expecting? You think maybe you can sneak into the top 5, maybe?
No chance. Well, actually, you know what? Like, a lot of people are gonna probably be crashing into some walls, so unfortunately, one of them was probably gonna be me. But you never know. You never know.
So, with that being said, congratulations on the lap. Your teammate actually didn't do that half bad. Oh, never mind. Actually, he's at the back of the pack. Never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut. But good luck to you in this race, and great lap. And I'll move you back to your teammate's channel.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. With that was Shooter McGavin of the Shake and Bake team. He is now in 8th, but we will go through the teams and the cars, and we'll go through it through the Helicam. Jacob Stavko of MA70 Esports, P1, Saniga Port Gang in P2, Kerbal Race Program in 3rd, Frank Castle 4th in the Swine Flu Syndicate, Macklin also in the Swine Flu Syndicate. Good showing for them, 4th and 5th respectively. Nairati, team on the rush, number 32. He is in 6th. Terry in the In-Bank Motorsport, he is 7th. Shooter McGavin, we just had him on. In 8th for Shake and Bake. Bradley Cooper, the only Team Solo Q driver on the track, is in 9th. Hermani, the Latvian sensation, in the Aston Martin, he is 10th. Blunden, Boscaiolo, he is in 11th. Swanson, 12th. Boscaiolo, good showing for them. Just sitting outside the top 10, but with a few spins, a few incidents, maybe they can both find themselves in there. He's of the Port Gang. His teammate second, he is in 13th. Bolanik of Fun Racing in 14th. Brees in 15th. Team on the rush, his teammate is in 6th. Fossman and Chez of the Party Pickles are 16th and 17th. Ricky Bubby, the teammate of Shooter McGavin in the Shake and Bake, in 18th. And completing the sandwich, Leon in the MA70 Esport sits in 19th. Who do you think is going to win this race? With 45 minutes, the drivers are not liking this track very much, just want to get this race over with. We could be in for a few surprises. Maybe we'll have a pro outside of the top 10. You never know. Soon the drivers will be moving. Stavko will have the inside line, but maybe Saniga can shove it up the outside and try and go around the outside here. Maybe, because so far pole position has won every race. It'll be up to Stavko and Saniga to change that dynamic. Saniga being the one to attempt it. 10 seconds left. All the cars lined up. And we're moving. No one. We're not to the green flag just yet. This is a little bit of a formation lap type deal. Hopefully we can see all the cars into turn 1 here. As all the drivers slowly approach the line, the red light's still on, signifying we aren't ready just yet. The green flag is shown now as green flag racing is underway here at DRL ACC. Macklin slipping out to the outside as well as Hayes. As we go up the inside, there's contact. Macklin dives ahead of, I think that was Kerbal, as they fall down into the order. Frank Castle now 3rd, Terry in 14th. Stavko is still ahead of Saniga as we have Nairati up the inside of Macklin up into, that is 5th, as we have drivers falling down the order as it goes. Oh, massive collision all the way up into the thing. As we said, a pro outside of the top 10, that would be Kerbal right now. Breeze, Polnick, and Leun, mostly the 3 at the back, caught in that massive incident, as Saniga still right behind Stavko. Castle 1.5 seconds back of him. Fossman 3.2 seconds back of McGavin, as the rest of the field is close in on each other. I will take a look back at that massive incident later on into the show. Macklin gets ahead of Cooper. Cooper falling down into 7th. Cooper getting now chased by the Latvian sensation. McGavin, who was 8th, is now 12th. Battles all over the track. You have little pockets everywhere. Stavko, Saniga is still right behind him. Matt Terry. Ooh, goes up the inside of Frank Castle for third. Can he make it stick, though? Are they going to go side by side here? Castle's going to yield. That's going to allow Nyrats to maybe take a swing at things, but he is not going to. As all these drivers are currently within a second of each other, Castle's going to go try and sniff up the inside here of Matt Terry. Terry sitting currently third in the race total. He's in the Pro-Am division, so this would be very, very good for him. Maybe to increase the lead he has. Taking a little look at the gaps now, folks. These are Zaniga slowly falling away from Stavko. That's not... Needs to get back up in there if he wants any hope. As soon as it gets to within 1 second, feel like that might be it. No one goes up the inside here. Good choices being made. As that is Kerbal in the pits, most likely with damage. It is a mandatory refueling and tire change. So off we go. The leaders are already 5 seconds ahead. Macklin doesn't think about going up the inside just yet. He will have his opportunity as we go to Swanson and McGavin. Sitting behind Hayes. Maybe a chance, not here, but maybe a chance next lap down the straights. Find some overtaking as Breeze will get past Polinick. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not yet. There is a chance for a little bit of a fight. Polinick backs out. Breeze goes a little bit wide. So does Polinick. As Kerbal has done his pit stop. He doesn't have to stop again, but he is going long. So Gavin, oh, on the back of as Fossman goes, as Swanson goes into the dirt. He is going to fall behind. Everything's still the same up front. We'll head back to them now. Go to the helicam shot here. Hermione giving up a spot to Blunden. Blunden now in 8th. Hermione now in 9th. Leon is going to get past Sanchez. Sanchez into the gravel. This is going to allow Breeze and Kerbal to get back in. Kerbal has to unlap himself from all these cars. Martin Macklin, the closest behind Nairati right now. Zaniga still within a second of Stavko there. So there's still an opportunity there to be had. Frank Castle falling behind Matt Terry now. That's going to leave him susceptible to Nairads. Narad's almost waiting for a slip up here from the Swine Flu Syndicate driver. He's in the Swine Flu sandwich again. He's been here before in this position. So does he attack or does he defend? Does he try to attack Frank Castle or does he just try and defend Burt Macklin here? Sheena McGavin on the back of Hayes now. And just as I say that, as soon as I leave, Frank Castle has an error and drops all the way down into 7th. We'll do a little bit of a replay there because I'm interested to see what happened. Oh, he just loses control, and Nairads, Macklin, Cooper all benefit from that mistake. Macklin actually is on the back of Nairads right now. Nairads up into 4th. Nairads now has to do his best to try and catch Matt Terry, who has a almost 2 full second lead on him. Leon's gonna get past Ricky Bobby. Leon now in 14th. Hayes. Shooter McGavin actually has gotten past Hayes. So Shooter now into the top 10. Macklin thought thought about going up the inside there. There's a little space, but he decided to leave it. Stavko and Saniga still racing back to back. Neither driver has made a mistake so far. The yellow flag, that would be for Breeze. Oh, he's just going into the box. Either for damage or just wanting to just get away early, I guess. Oh, up the inside goes Macklin. Thought about it, but alas, nothing seems to come out of it. Oh, the contact log is massive. Well, actually, not that massive. Saniga still behind Stavko. Macklin watching as he goes. Cooper actually slowly getting involved in this battle. He's not going to be far away for too long. Castle still trying to catch up to the battle itself. Ricky Bobby chasing Leon. Hermione chasing Blendon. What Harry Potter defense skills will Blendon pull out? Oh, Macklin, is he going to think about it? Yes, he will. But Nairati still stays ahead, all but barely. Terry, Nairod's over almost 3.5 seconds back of Terry. Terry kind of so far in his own land right now. But he's one mistake away from that all being over. The drivers are not that far behind him. Kerbal, now in 17th, has unlapped himself from Breeze and Polinick. We'll have to take a look at what happened that started that contact. Ricky Bobby is going to get past Leon, taking back his spot. So I know as soon as I go into replay, something major is going to happen, like Saniga is going to take the lead of the race, so we'll just stay here right now. Bradley Cooper looking to get into that top 5. Be the second Pro-Am driver to do it. One mistake from any of these drivers will certainly result in places lost. Could drop all the way down into 12th with how close the other drivers are behind. Is Macklin going to think about doing it here? No, he's not, but this is what Burt Macklin sees. The back of number 32. Getting on the throttle too early. Might spin. Ewan getting ready potentially for another battle with Ricky Bobby, but doesn't look like it's going to start just yet. Shooter McGavin trying to get his best to catch the Latvian sensation right now. Saniga still on the back of Stavko. Starting to slowly lose time. Is the under or over more powerful here? We'll find out shortly. Cooper trying to do his best to stay on Macklin. Macklin doing his damnedest to stay on Nairod's, keeping him up to date. Terry now almost 12 seconds back of the leader, but still ahead of that battle. Trying to stay nice and comfortable. Keep it on the track. So far, who do you think is going to win this race? Who do you think is going to be in the top 5? Will we see any more surprises? So far, Macklin doesn't look like he's close enough. Waiting for a mistake. Waiting for an opportune time. for a space, for a moment in time where he can think about getting ahead of number 32. This is what Saniga sees. Still chasing, still trying. It's almost indefinite. It's like an endless loop. Cooper is falling behind. He's with that. Oh, nope, he's right back in. He's still there. Still on your right. Is Bradley gonna... If Bradley can step it up a little bit, he might be able to fight that swine flu. Kick the cold right out. I think if I had to honestly put this in F1 terms, I'd probably make Swine Flu Syndicate the Mercedes. Even though they're a Lamborghini. But like, in terms of teams, I believe they're more attributed to the Mercedes. I don't know why. They seem like the bad guys in all this. But it doesn't matter, as Macklin's gonna get right within .1. This might be the time to make a move. Yes, he is. He's going to go up the inside, but it's going to make a mistake as Nairati goes for the switchback. Oh, how nice it is as they're going to go side by side here. A little bit of contact as Macklin will go wide as Bradley Cooper comes in right in the middle of it. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Oh, Nairats benefits from that all as Burt Macklin falls down the order. He's on the car. He's beached it. I did say they would fall the way down out of the top 10, and that's what Macklin has done. My goodness, what happened there? There was just a small amount of contact, and Nairats was right. I said a little bit of small amount of contact from them, and then just all of a sudden it was chaos. As Nairats now in fourth, but he has got company. Cooper, Castle, Blunden, all vying for his spot as Fossman just goes into the garage. He must have had a collision with the wall. We'll take a look later on if it's there. Saniga still on the back of Stavko. What a switchback by Nairati there. That was insane. Sadly, we won't be able to rewind and see it because that happened way too late. But here comes Cooper. Is he gonna think about going up the inside here? He thinks about it, but there's nothing there. London actually is in a fairly interesting position here. We have two pro drivers currently right now outside of the top 10. But the pro-am driver is getting all nice and into it. There's 5 of them currently in the top 10, and one of them is actually an amateur. That's Hermione. But off we go. Cooper's still on the back of Nairats. Saniga and Stavko still doing their little dance up ahead. Matt Terry's just off in third place having a day. He's 18 seconds to the leaders, and then he's 6 seconds ahead of whatever's going on back here. So, he's just on a Sunday drive right now. Burt Macklin on the back of Mr. Hayes. We had him pre-race. Now he has to defend from a pro driver. So Kerbal, Polinick, and Breeze have all made pit stops right now. Spin out. Macklin can't do anything about it just yet. You'll have to wait. Castle, this is what he sees. Oh, he's got the better exit. Can he find a place to get ahead? Can he find a place? No, he cannot. Can't go side by side. Not really a ton of overtaking opportunities. Absolute chaos so far here at Zandvoort. Kerbal in 16th. Macklin in 11th. Two drivers out of the top 10 is absolutely incredible. Cooper still there with Nyrods. Here's another opportunity, another chance. If you can stay right back on him. Nyrods goes to defend the inside. Bradley backs out, almost a collision there. But luckily nothing happens there. Saniga now almost about a second away from Stavko. Stavko still leading this race. Frank Castle faster out of that hairpin. Just there's no space to try and make the overtake stick. Macklin still behind Hayes. Just like his teammate, there's not a lot of space in that section to go. So you're forced to wait and hope the driver ahead of you makes an error. So far, no errors being made from any drivers right now. At least not yet. There won't be any time to go to the replays because there's so much close racing here. Blendon now getting involved here. From 4th to 7th, pretty much it's anybody's ball game right now. Oh, Macklin might have the opportunity on Hayes here. If he can stay side by side with him. And Macklin gets ahead now finally into the top 10, free of Hayes. He can now try and catch up to Shooter McGavin. Cooper still on the back. So here we go. The other defending quite well. The two drivers are going to go around the outside. It looks like Nyrads is going to win out that fight for right now. Castle right on the back. Getting as close as he can to that Team Solo Q car. The London just waiting, creeping ever so slowly. Leon's gonna get, Ricky Bobby's gonna actually go into the pits, but look at this, all these drivers so close together. Which one is gonna blink and box first? Is it gonna be Nairati? Oh, here goes Castle. Castle's gonna go up the inside. Is he gonna make it stick? It will. Is Blundin gonna be able to get past? No, it does not look like it, but Frank Castle gets ahead of Bradley Cooper finally, is what he's saying in that cockpit. Finally, I'm free. And now it's going to be up to Cooper now to get back ahead of Castle, but he's also got Blundin right behind him. Well, that's been interesting, folks. Castle already within a second, but he's going to have to defend from Cooper here first. But I think he might be okay. I think he'll be just fine. There's not really a lot of space for Cooper there. Saniga still there with Stavko. Oh, what happened to Oh no, what happened to Castle? He loses out. I look away and every time something happens. Oh, a little bit of a spin out and then contact from Cooper. And that will now be Cooper into the top 5. And Blunden now right behind him trying to sniff that top 5 as Hayes and Leeun is into the box. Hayes is spun. Ricky Bobby is crashing into the walls. It's absolute bedlam now. Every time I switch off from a swine flu syndicate, things happen to them. Nairad's now in a similar position to Terry. Terry far behind the leaders and far ahead of Nairadi. Nairadi 3 seconds away from Cooper in 4th place. Armani in 7th, looking to stay strong. But all the drivers still need to box. Alas, Leeun, Ricky Bobby, Kerbal, and just like that, as you see them, they go into the box. Castle goes into the box. Blunden goes into the box. McGavin goes into the box. All the drivers are going to start pitting now as we are at the halfway point. So Niga's now made it to within the 1 second mark. He's been sitting at that 1 second, 0.8 second mark this entire race from Stavko. They are very close in tandem to one another. What happened to Hayes? Oh, Hayes also going into the box as well. So with that being said, Kerbal on the back of Ricky Bobby looking for an opportunity. Again, not really the place we see overtakes happen all that much. Ooh, careful, he almost loses control there. Trying to find a place to pass the shake and bake driver. So he's just looking for the opportunity, looking for the moment. We'll stay on board with them. And after this, Castle will get ahead of McGavin. As we'll keep an eye on everyone else. I do want to get into the replays as it looks like Kerbal's going to get ahead of Ricky Bobby here. Maybe. Yes, he will. Important for him as he climbs up the order to 15th now. Sanchez is into the pits for his mandatory box. Leeun will get past Hayes. Oh, Swanson just going into the pits now. Bradley Cooper, oh no. That's going to allow Hermione into the top 5. That's also going to lose a spot to Burt Macklin as well. So now we have an amateur in the top 5, but he is being chased, hounded by Burt Macklin right now. All right. We'll keep an eye on them. But I want to go look at that contact. What happened at the beginning of the race there? It was... happened with Kerbal, so we'll start with him. We'll go on to the TV2 cam so we get a good view. What happened there? A little bit of contact there. And everything seems... oh, Jesus, it just gets worse and worse as time goes on. Alright, his contact will be about here. That looks scary. You do not want to be sideways there, folks. That is just a recipe for disaster. Burt Macklin yet to stop. So the amateur, the Latvian sensation in the top 5, getting ready to box. Everyone's getting ready to box. Oh my goodness, everyone does. Stavko and Saniga both boxed at the same time. Oh my God, Suniga got ahead of Stavko. Faster pit stop, I guess. I was in the replay booth. Did he? Uh-oh. There goes my microphone. Did he get by? He must have. But he is ahead of Stavko now. And by a wide margin at that. Currently Matt Terry, Burt Macklin. Is the overcut going to be more powerful here? Terry, into the box he goes. Will Burt Macklin follow suit? That remains to be seen. Castle behind Blunden now after having that mishap in turn 1. And does Macklin dip? No, he does not. He inherits the lead. Suniga not too far behind him. Terry waiting ever so patiently. Oh, I thought he was ready to go. Nope, he's still not done yet, sitting ever so patiently. How long is he gonna sit there for? As Nairads gets ever closer. Oh, I hear the engine start. And off he goes. Alright, he's slowly coming up the way, but I think he's going to be alright. And as you can see, Terry in the distance. Alright, sitting in 5th right now. Macklin holding the lead of the race, has yet to box. Him and Fossman are the only two. Suniga not far. Stavko also 3 seconds behind. What happened? I'm sorry, folks. I must have missed it in the replay booth. He must have either got by him before the box, or Suniga just had the fastest pit stop in history. Something happened there. We will interview Suniga, especially if he wins this race. Be the first driver in ACC, DRL ACC at least, to win from something else other than pole position. As Macklin goes into the box, where will he come out? That's the question. As Suniga inherits the lead of the race with Stavko behind him. About almost 3 seconds back. Stavko will have a bit of catching up to do. He's on the back of Leon now. It's all about where Nairads comes out here. Can Nairads stay ahead of Macklin? We know Terry will get past Macklin. There he is, sitting in the box. Oh, Hermione. Oh, look at the other way. Not good, not what you want to see. And Macklin is not going to get there. What about Blunden? Oh, I saw it move. And Macklin's going to come out behind his teammate. But is Bradley Cooper going to get ahead? Does not look like it. So, Macklin comes out 7th. Blunden still in the top 5. Hermione falls out of the top 5 and out of the top 10. Castle now in the back of Blunden. But we will continue and go. Oh, well, we might get another lead change, folks, if I look at the replay. But, nevertheless, what happened? Just a sideways, massive collision. Massive, massive collision. I almost want to look at that from the helicam as Hayes will get past Leon. Take a look at that from the helicopter. Just contact everywhere. Oh, jeez, what heavy contact. And it just seemed to get worse from there. What I want to see is contact here. Contact there, ever so slightly. And then, oh my goodness. That could have ended a lot worse. Boing. An attempt to help goes awry as Frank Castle is behind London for that 5th spot. I actually, once Castle completes this overtake, if he can actually complete the overtake, I actually want to look back at Nyrod's there. Was he already spinning out because of the contact with Castle? It looked like it. Stavko now under 2 seconds with 12 minutes left to go in this race. It could be possible. Actually, we'll bring in Stavko. Actually, we'll still bring in Stavko. So we'll bring Stavko from the pro-ram. Well, from the amateurs, we'll bring in Sean Chez if he wants it, or Don Fossman, which one of the Party Pickles wants it. From the Pro-Am, oh, Castle goes a bit deep, losing out on that chance. And hey, I didn't switch off, so nothing bad should have happened. And from the Pro-Am, I don't know. You could go Terry, you could go Blunden. We got Hayes. I could go Cooper if Cooper wanted to. He put in a lot of practice. But maybe we'll go Blunden if he can stay 5th. And just like that, Frank Castle's back to within under a second. Oh, he just keeps making those small errors. Those small errors are slowly coming back to bite Frank Castle. As Kerbal goes ready to fight Hayes into 12th. He's doing his best to try and catch up, make up for lost time. Make up for that mistake that happened earlier. Castle, and now back to within under a second. And just like that, Kerbal makes the overtake. Nice, clean, and simple. Now approaching 1 o'clock Eastern time. With less than 10 minutes to go in this race. Stavko is actually caught up to Senyiga. Oh, careful there, Hayes. You'll have blue flags, my friend. That will cause Senyiga to lose out a little bit. Back to 1.3. Castle, again, battling Blunden for 5th. Looks like we're going to have a battle for first place here. So maybe I'll reverse jinx it as we're going to go back and quickly look at the contact from the helicam. Oh, it was between Macklin and Nyrad, so a little bit of... Oh yeah, Nyrad was already spinning out, so Bradley might have helped him. Ricky Bobby and Sanchez. Ooh. It's a rough collision to have, as Ricky Bobby actually falls behind Sanchez here. Has to wait for all the drivers to pass on by. Ooh, almost spins out again. Stavko now within under a second. Ooh. Castle really wanting that 5th place. Oh, London tags the wall. Are they side by side? Yes, they are. They're side by side. The Swine Flu Syndicate of Burt Macklin watching this. As Castle's gonna win out on that battle for 5th, but it's not over for Blunden. He's now in the Swine Flu Sandwich. The dreaded Swine Flu Sandwich as Ricky Bobby is in the wall, into the pits, and I do believe that is going to not be it for the session, but he is going to be sitting there for a bit as Breeze will take 17th. Burt Macklin now on the back of Blunden. Blunden slowly losing positions as this race goes on. Stavko within under a second now. Saniga looking for the chance to be the first driver to win, not from pole position. And with 6 minutes left to go and about 5 laps left, it could be possible. Polinick into the wall. Macklin looking to go up the inside of Blunden. Nope, not just yet. London defending this position with such ferocity. With 6 minutes left, he needs to. Castle now getting away, running away. Cooper trying his best to catch up, wanting a piece of this battle. Macklin sniffing the rear of that wooden car, of that Boscaiolo. The wood chipped. It painted as Macklin's gonna shove it up the inside and get ahead of Blunden. He saw the gap and he went for it. Is Blunden gonna do the same thing? It does not look like it. He has a chance though. If he can keep the car steady, if he can bring it home, he has a chance down this straight. Especially if Macklin loses it. I do believe that's going to be it. So now it's up to Stavko now. I've been wanting a battle for P1 since this league has started, and we're going to get it here. Stavko, Saniga. Saniga, Stavko. The 2 fastest drivers in this league are about to battle it out. And who is going to win it? Armani seeing the battle ahead, sees the blue flags, moves out of the way, does not want to interrupt this potential battle, probably wants to watch if anything. I think we should have about 3 laps left, maybe 4. All depends when the leaders are going to cross the line. Stavko just seeming to go faster and faster. 135.0s. Saniga in the 135.1s, that extra tenth means something. Neither driver can afford a mistake. Matt Terry over 40 seconds away, so their top two would still be sufficed. But Samiga cannot afford to make a mistake or he will lose first place in this race. Stavko gaining a 10th ever so slightly, chomping at the bit. Macklin within now a second of Castle. Cooper now within less than... Thought about maybe going for the overtake there. Not sufficed just yet. Stavko breathing, smelling Saniga. He can feel it. He can feel it in his bones. 2:30 left to go. We'll have this lap and next lap. Ooh, Stavko thinking about it. He's going to lose out a bit out of time for that move. But he knows he can gain it back. 135.4 for Saniga, 135.1 for Stavko. He can smell it. He knows it. He knows he can get there. Cooper on the back of London now is going to actually go up the inside here. A little bit of contact from them. Bradley will win out there. Kerbal going for the Latvian sensation. He's now 0.7, but this is where the battle is. This is what makes the money. Saniga, he knows it. He can see it. You can see it in that rear wing. The Kirkland $1.50 hot dog. His only reassurance. Nairati, tags the wall quite heavily. He's still in a safe position. Frank Castle a ways away behind him. As we go back to Stavko. He's breathing. He's smelling. He sees it. The opportunity is here. This will be the last lap of this race. Saniga has a little bit of a mistake. That might be enough. Kerbal has a mistake. He will not get the Latvian sensation. But here we go into the final turn. Is he gonna go for it? Is he gonna think about it? Not just yet. You can see the exhaust pipes. You can see the race win. Saniga is fighting history right now. He's fighting Stavko. The chance to be the first driver to win outside of pole position in DRL ACC is there. The opportunity, the moment. Burt Macklin is actually going to get ahead of Frank Castle as they're going to fight it out for the final spot in the top 5. Stavko desperately trying. He wants this. The opportunity. Who is going to win as Castle and Macklin are fighting it out right now? They're going side by side in areas I'd never seen before. Stavko, he's running out of time to make chances. He's running out of time to make moves. This is another spot. He needs it. He needs it here and he needs it now. He's running out of time. Hayes is actually going to get past Kerbal. Kerbal not looking to put up without a fight, though. As here we go, the final drift, the final chance to the line. It's going to be close. Saniga, is he going to take it? Yes, he is! Saniga will win in Zandvoort by a time of I don't know how much. My gap was at 0.0. Saniga, the first driver to win outside of pole position. Stavko second, into the wall in anger. Terry hasn't even crossed the finish line yet. Hermati finishes 11th, Hayes 12th, Kerbal 13th, Polinik 16th, Leung in 14th. Terry now finally crossing. McGavin actually might have a chance on Blunden here. There's still racing going on, folks. It's not over just yet. Terry finishes out in the podium positions. Holy crap. McGavin actually is really close right now. He's right there on Blunden. Nairati finishes 4th. Good showing for him. Says Stavko's in 4th. That ain't right. Stavko in 5th. Macklin in 6th. Castle in 7th. Cooper 8th. Blend in 9th. Here we go, though. And Blendon will finish ahead of McGavin, who is still racing. Is it Swanson? Swanson will be last across the line. And that is the race. So Suniga finishes first. Stavko, 8/800ths of a second off. Terry 3rd, Nyrad's 4th, Macklin 5th, Castle 6th, Cooper 7th, Blendon 8th, McGavin 9th, Swanson 10th, Hermione top of the amateurs in 11th, Hayes 12th, Kerbal 13th, Leon 14th, 15th, Ches 16th, Polinek, Brees in 17th, Fossman in 18th, and Ricky Bubby in 19th. Let us see who we can nab. Who did we say we were going to get? London. Let's see if we can get some interviews here. All right. Let's see who we can get. Who liked, okay, Blendon's gonna want the interview. Okay, so is he in the chat? Yes, we'll move you. Hey, Blendon, congratulations on finishing 7th.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
So, how was that race?
It was amazing up until I pitted, and then after that, it was a complete disaster.
The turn 1, oh my goodness. There was so much chaos into that second chicane in like almost every other lap. But how was your race? You were sniffing 4th there for a little bit, maybe even sniffing 5th.
It was really good. I was very, very consistent, and then my crew chief didn't work, and then I got in the pit, and then I was messing with that, and then I fired that up, and then it was doubling up with different messages, and then I took out both Jacob and Sam in cold tires coming right out of the pit, and I just could not get my head back in the game after that, and it was like just brutal. But I'm happy with the overall result, but it's just
eighth place, 3rd in your pro-am. Cooper finished it says Cooper finished ahead of you.
Yeah, he passed me in the last lap. I just the tires dropped away at the very end, and I just couldn't.
Yeah, you were defending Shooter, but thankfully Shooter didn't have enough time to get you.
Honestly, that was the goal. I mentioned this the last time around that I think it's him and I I hung out with him this weekend, and he was giving me kudos on my consistency. So I think it's gonna shape up. We're gonna have a battle towards the end of the season, I think.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And what are you looking forward to for next week?
Just to improve on not smashing into the race leaders. Beyond that, I'll take the result that I had now. We'll see after all the penalties what happens.
Oh yeah, that's we'll see if we'll hopefully get next week. Hopefully we'll get that sorted out. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'll move you since I now have the ability to. All right, I'll move Stavko over. Hey, Stavko, you can unmute. You are now in the broadcast channel. How did that go? How did that race feel?
It was a bit strange race. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn off my crew chief because he's still
He's still
telling me what to
talking
do.
to you.
Yeah, it was a bit strange. It was kind of complicated with blue flag guys, which I understand. It's really difficult track to being lapped. Some of the guys could do a better job. One moment which was unfortunate. I think it was Svensson. We kind of met him in the fast section, and then I hit the curb, lost the control of the car, and then when he saw me approach, when he saw me out of the track, he tried to kind of save it, and then hit Sam. I guess.
Yeah.
Did you see it on
No,
the
I didn't see it, but Blunden did. But Blunden did say about that he was just like, I just came out and it was just right there, and I'm like, oh no. So, but
Yeah.
I didn't fully see it. I was watching the other battles on the track. I thought you were gonna catch Fast Sam there. If that finish line was at the end of the straight and not in the middle, it would have been so much closer. You lost out by, I think, 0.08 of a second. Like, it was so close.
That was fun race. Yeah, I lost it in the pits.
What happened there, actually? I was going to ask, what happened in the pits there? Like, did you just miss your pit box? Or, like, how did he pass you so fast?
Well, as usual, I didn't practice the entry. I didn't know where's the pit board. So I kind of slammed the brakes. First, I thought that I got the drive-through because it was very, very close. But as I slammed the brakes, I got kind of a slide and hit the wall on the entry. And I didn't realize it gave me a damage, and I didn't click off the repairs. So my crew was repairing my car for 3 extra seconds or 4 extra seconds. So that's why I lost in the pits.
Fair enough. But, yeah, second place for you. Still a good finish. Good battle with Fast Sam. Fast Sam's actually not... Fast Sam. So you guys actually the first person to win outside of pole position. So that's a good feather in the cap for him. But what are you looking forward to next week? Are you looking forward to more battles with him? Are you looking forward to, like, winning a race again? Like, what are you looking forward to?
What's the next track?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know. I'm gonna actually have to quickly.
Well, with me, the question I'm asking question because the answer what I will tell is based on the track, which is coming because I don't practice that much for this championship.
It is the Nürburgring, actually.
Okay, so I'm quite fast there. We actually had the championship race, Slovakian championship race this week, so I have a lot of practice there. So expect nothing less than win.
Nothing less than a win. Well, you heard it here, folks. I'll move you back into the ACC lobby. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview, and I will see you next week.
See ya. Thank you.
All right. Let's see if I can get Sanchez in here. I'm hoping to get Sanchez. Let me see else in this lobby I can maybe grab if he doesn't want it. I can grab. I might be able to grab Ricky Bobby maybe if he wants it. All right, let's see if Breeze will come in if Sanchez doesn't want it, because I want to grab one from the amateur list as well. All right, I'll move him. Hey, Breeze, a little bit of an unfortunate finish for you down in 17th, but I guess lap one, that's what happens when you suddenly are on the outside and there's a car in front of you.
Yep. I got a little bit of aero damage from that. Then later on in the lap, I couldn't make a corner, hit a wall, and had severe damage. Forced me to make a super early pit stop. So I was fat with fuel, and by the end of the race, I didn't have any tires left. My tires were 35 minutes old by the time I crossed the line.
Yeah, there was a few collisions maybe ahead of you, but just because of that, you weren't able to take advantage of it. Obviously, it's an unfortunate race. This seems to keep happening to you. You have good starts, but it just keeps coming back to bite you.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to next week at the Nürburgring? Are you just hoping to finally just get into the top 15?
As always, I'm always hoping for a top 10. That's my goal. But we'll see how she goes.
All right. Well,
Because there's sometimes incidents that are just out of your hands.
yeah, that one was one of them. All right. Thank you, Breeze. I'll move you back.
No worries. Good job.
All right, folks. That's it. Next week we'll be at the Nürburgring. That's going to be something and a sight to behold. Join us next week when we go there. Thank you very much for watching DRL ACC. As always, I'm your host, Tyler Morgan, signing off. Have a wonderful night.